So Josh, how about you talk to us a little bit about some of the citation data that you have seen for these and where you think that fits in?
Yeah, nothing is more evident right now in the differences between the infrastructure and underlying fundamentals of each of the answer engines than the top sources that they cite and the way that they cite those sources. So a great example right now is in ChatGPT. Not many people know this, but Wikipedia is actually the #1 cited domain in ChatGPT, period. And that sits at around 10% of all citations. That's massive. Wikipedia acts like a legitimacy layer within ChatGPT, legitimizing companies if they do have a Wikipedia page, and then not being able to find companies if they don't. It's a really interesting situation there. Reddit's also the #2 domain. Interesting thing about Reddit's seeing a bunch of shifts lately. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but very interesting there because obviously ChatGPT is going to be the most used answer engine, the most used pure answer engine there. On the Google side, very interesting. There's been a ton of different headlines about this. Google AI mode, Google AI overviews, both are very obsessed, some could say obsessed, with actually citing Google SERPs. So it's actually citing Google search results pages rather than citing any other page. And that kind of continues the trend of Google really trying to keep its own interface and its own infrastructure self-contained. The second most cited source in Google doesn't help either. It's YouTube. Google's actually able to read in YouTube transcripts and full YouTube data to power its AI search results, which is unique to it specifically. Lots of good YouTube citations there. And that's very interesting. And it's a very unique vector for brands thinking about their different social plays. Reddit's also obviously there in the Google models. It's the third most cited source. And then for Perplexity, very interesting. Perplexity has a massive bend towards Reddit. So when we're looking at Reddit and Perplexity, it sits at around 6% of all citations. When we look at the second most cited source in Perplexity, which is YouTube, that's around 2%. So it's a 3x bend towards Reddit. Perplexity is very UGC driven. Perplexity has kind of always been about capturing the community idea. So if we're looking at running shoes, for instance, Perplexity is going to show you across, Reddit, across, Quora, across any different answer site where people are talking about running shoes, what the community is saying. And that's a unique advantage that they have right now.
Yeah. So yeah, the big takeaway is this: if you're going to do GEO or AEO or just AI search optimization, whatever acronym you want to call it, you got to know where your audience is and then optimize for that specific platform.